I'm actually apprehensive about giving him a name. Kairi Rem Williams Box.
Boxing Day with the boxers. Boxing Day with the boxers.
And what we're going to do is, instead of just having a naming without any kind of accoutrements, if you will, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little abbreviated service for this morning, the Kairi morning service. And then right in the middle of that service, I'm going to ask for the grandparents to come with me, and Maxine and Mark will come as well, and we will take Kairi up to the Torah and make a special blessing. Okay? So if you'll turn to page 29, we're going to begin with the beginning of the morning service, or the Kairi proper service, which starts on page 29 and begins with the word Yishtabach Shimcha.
ישתבח שמך אדוננו אל המלך הגדול הקדוש בשמיים ובארץ. ברכות והודאות מעתה ועד עולם, ברוך אתה אדוני, אל מלך גדול בתשבחות, אל ההודאות אדון הנפלאות, הבוחר בשירי זמרת מלך, אל חיי העולמים. ברכו את אדוני המבורך.
Baruch Adonai Baruch Elam Ba'ed.
ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד.
There's no talking.
To Yisrael, Yisrael, Uvdekinu Ephraim, Yisrael, Go Aleinu Adonai Tzvaot Shemo, Kedosh Yisrael, Baruch Adonai Tzvaot Yisrael, Chasadim Tovim Unei Avot, V'zoker Kastei Avot, U'mevin Goel Ibnei Bneihem, Man Shemo B'Yahava, Melech Hozer Foked U'Moshia Baruch Ata Adonai, Magen Abraham Foked Torah, Ata Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Torah V'Moshia.
Is he awake yet? Yeah, he missed all. That's the beauty. Well, as I said earlier, we're celebrating the festival of Hanukkah, and what's nice about this festival is what our rabbis did for it vis-a-vis the tradition. You remember the story. In some ways, it's a celebration of a victory over oppression, which was clearly important, that the Jewish people were being subordinated by the Greeks. On the other hand, though, what makes this festival even more meaningful is that the rabbis began to talk about a particular miracle that took place, and that was the miracle of the finding of the additional cruse of oil, that one cruse of oil that was not yet to be sanctified, was not yet desecrated. And the miracle was they thought it would only burn for one day. It burned for 8, and we celebrate the season for 8 days, and we're going to a candle this evening. There's not a better occasion than celebrating a baby naming on Hanukkah. It just perfectly makes great sense. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ask Maxine and Mark to come up with me, bring Kairi and the grandparents. Jackie's here, and he loves Hanukkah. He's fascinated by over here. And come on now. So we're celebrating this morning the naming of this child. We're giving him a Hebrew name, and the legacy that this child has is truly remarkable. First of all, it is a blending of significant cultures and of great associations, and it also demonstrates not only the love that we have for our tradition, but the love that the Jewish people have always had for all of humanity. This is an institution where Dan's parents, where's Dan? There you go. Dan's parents were incredibly involved in this congregation and in the life of this congregation, and I had the unique pleasure and privilege of knowing them both and knowing them well. And they would be most certainly smiling in light of what is occurring today. This is one of the most unusual synagogues in that we feature a school that celebrates diversity, in that it is a school that is open to children of all faiths, and in that it is a remarkable message for this family and for your parents. So we're going to now provide Kairi with his Hebrew name, which actually is Chaim, which means life. And on a holiday such as Hanukkah, what we celebrate is the miracle of life, because we might think that there were great miracles in the past, but...
Recycle.
He likes a riot.
Go ahead. Show up the rabbi. Go ahead. There goes the... Anyways, let's do this lesson. Misha Berach Avatenu Avram Yitzchak Yaakov Soref Karachel V'Leah Hu Yivarech Et HaYeled Chaim Ben Michael B'Mazal Tov V'Karei Shemo B'Yisrael Chaim Ben Michael Yehi Ratzon Sheyizku Horeha Horov Lagadla L'Torah L'Chupa L'Maasim Tovim V'Nomar Amen.
Amen.
Kairi, come to the Torah. May the Almighty, who blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless on this day Maxine and Mark and their newborn, well, not quite newborn, son, and let him be known as Chaim, the son of Michael, and Maxine. As this little child has touched the Torah, so may the Torah touch his life, filling his mind with wisdom and his heart with understanding. And may his parents who have brought him here today always strive to bring him close to the ways of God and our people. And may they teach him the traditions of our people and our faith and the beautiful teachings of all humanity. And may they be privileged to raise him to adulthood. And may one day this little fellow enjoy the blessings of our tradition, of the wedding canopy, and a life of good deeds. And to that, we'll all say Amen.
Amen.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
And now and may we join together and celebrate in many more joyous occasions in the years to come. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. May God cause God's light to shine upon you and live within you. Whoops. So Adonai panav elecha v'yitzein lecha shalom. May God grant you a life of good deeds and love and peace. And to that we say Amen.
Amen.
Mazel tov. And that concludes our naming celebration.
Hey.
Simon tov. Yeah, go, yeah. Thank you, everybody, for coming, and Mazel Tov. He's fabulous.